my journey in Atomy. So let me introduce myself. 2000 years, in the year 2000, I came to China to study. And in China, I keep study and
想必大家每个人从小都有一个这样的愿望吧，想成为一个有钱人。
I wanted to be a rich person, just like everyone else who, when they were young, wants to become rich. And me too. So when I finished school, the university, I started work. But I realized that just working will not make me into a wealthy person. So I stepped out and decided to do my own business. However, when I came to Japan to continue my education, I found that Japan is more prosperous than China, and therefore I would have more opportunities in Japan. After that, I just found out that Japan wasn't, after experiencing Japan, I realized that Japan wasn't as good as what I thought it was, and not anywhere much better than China. And I started to do a small business when I finished my education in Japan. And I opened a restaurant before. And I also opened a massage parlor. And I also did a massage business. At that time, before Atomy, I actually opened 2 centers for massage therapy. And I felt that it was good because a lot of people came to my shop to do business. So each of my massage therapy places earn a good income. And if I continue to add more, my thinking was that if I could add more massage therapy clinic, I would be able to even make more money. And so I started to open more offices. And as I opened more together with my sister, I realized that we were making good money. However, Japan's situation changed, and so therefore less and less people came out to start working and was not able to earn a lot of money. And because when they came out to work, the income was not very high, and so they realized that they don't have time to do. So I realized that people who wants to do education, I right away started a tuition place so that everyone could join in with join in to learn. And when I opened the education center, it was very good at first, but then more and more people came in and competition became bigger and even challenging for me. So even so then I had to pay a lot of expenses. For example, income to my workers, and expenses overhead got higher and higher. And I started to think, in 10 years' time, if I continue like that, could I really continue this kind of a business? And can I really earn enough money to sustain my business? And I realized that probably I cannot continue to sustain my business. And so I came out. At that time, I was 30 years old. And then what happens when I'm 48 and when I'm almost 50? How am I going to survive? So I realized that when I get to 50, perhaps I can go find a job that will suit me and therefore be able to continue to have money. So I thought I better find something else that will allow me to really make more money. Many business that I went in, I realized that I need to find a business that's similar to what I've done so that I have experience, because with no experience, it's harder to start a business. So when I was younger, when I was young, it was no issue to start a business, because when I start my business, I could continue to do because I was young. I have time to build. But that's why I started many different businesses. I've done restaurants, I've done massage therapies, clinics, and so on. But when I got to 43 years old, I realized that I cannot think like when I was younger, because I cannot start all over. I cannot start all over when I'm already 43 years old, and it's a bit harder. So after that, I started to search for something that would give me a chance to relook at my business plan. And number one is that I wanted to search for a business that has will not be affected by changes in society and in the world. So I try to find a business, because if I started a business and I knew and someone else copy me and compete with me, I will still fail after a while in the business. The second thing I wanted to do was, I learned was that I wanted to find a business that will allow me to make an income that will not be less than what I'm making right now. And so when at that point, I already have an income of about $10,000, 60,000 renminbi, that's 600,000 renminbi. This income is just enough for me to live comfortably in my home. It's not a matter of being rich, but it's just a matter of being able to live comfortably. But because the income doesn't continuously come in, I realized that my husband doesn't have a guarantee, neither does my children. So for me, in terms of all that I do, I dare not overspend in starting a business. And all this did not really satisfy me. So in other words, when I tried to go out and look for a business, I tried to find, but when I never thought I could find something that could give me a business that will meet my current income. So one day, I went into China and started to look at what's happening, but I can understand Mandarin, and I'm good and I can speak Mandarin as well as some English. So can I really do business in China? So I went into China, looked up my friends there and asked them, can I really start a business in China? And China friends told me that nowadays, business that you start now is not easy. However, if you find a right direction in China, there is opportunity to excel and make money. However, now that China is changing and moving very fast, there's a lot. So you need to find something that is unique and different to do a business in China. And therefore, she felt that there was no possibility of her to do something new. However, during this time of searching, I came across Atomy products. Now, how did I get to know Atomy products? There was a sister of mine, a friend's sister, that in Japan, that shared with me Atomy products. When she used Atomy products, she realized that it was similar to the quality of what she used, the top quality of Japanese skincare. And she found out that the price actually was 1/10 of what it was that she used to pay. So because she found out that the price was so low, and she wasn't sure that she could go and share with anyone about Atomy products. However, this sister who introduced these products to me, I found that her skin was getting more and more radiant, brighter, and her skin was much better. And so when I saw this, I said, is it true that these products can really help me to change my complexion. Now, when this sister of mine introduced these products to me, Hemohim, I said it is hard. But she told me that when you try this Hemohim, you would be able to really build up your immune system and you have less possibility of getting a flu. For me, I used to have flu every year. And when I have a flu, it really hang on for about 10 days to 14 days. So she went to try, she talked to some of her friends and people who have used it, shared the same testimony. And I decided to buy it for my mom. So when my mom started to use it, she bought the Hemohim for the mom. But when the mom started to tried the product, she asked her, are you almost done? And she says, yes, it's almost done. But my mom is someone who always doesn't want children money to support her. My mom is someone who decides that children shouldn't pay money for her. And because she could not buy the products, she has no choice but to come back to me and ask me to change her mind that the product is really good. So my mother told me that Hemohim is really good. You should take it too, because my immune system was weak and I always got colds. However, as I started to also use the skincare as well as Hemohim, my skin starts to change slowly. And so my friends around me say, do you have a new boyfriend? You seem to have changed. You seem to look better. So in the old days, in the days before Hemohim, I used to have cold feet, cold hands, and I used to have a thick blanket or even socks before I could sleep. And I even have a electric heater in my room. However, when I started to try Hemohim and take Hemohim in winter, I still wear socks in my feet. But I got better. I felt better and didn't need the heater anymore. So when I started to try these products, I began to use more and more. Later on, this sister who introduced me to Atomy products said, Zhang Ziya, you use these products and you used it and it's so good for you. Would you like to come with me and understand more about Atomy? And I thought, in the past, whenever I use the products, I don't even understand this company. But I felt that this sister was someone that I respected, and therefore I told her, I didn't want to say no to her quickly, but I say, so she asked the sister, do you really want me to go for this meeting? Because she didn't really think that she wanted to. But this sister says, can you please come? And she felt respected. She felt bad. And so, okay, never mind. Even though I'm busy, I will still take some time to go for the meeting and give her face so that she will. And because of that, I went for the meeting. At that time, when I first came across this, to me, network marketing was a business that I never wanted to do, because when I tried before, it didn't do anything, and it's not easy to make money doing network marketing, and it's really difficult to make money. And I'm not good in speaking too. Those that can speak well, and I don't even understand anything about network marketing, don't understand anything about system and payment plans and so on. But because of this sister of mine, I went for this meeting. When I went there, when I attended the meeting, I began to understand more about Atomy. So I realized for myself that I have never taken time to go and understand and use my own thinking to reject anything that's network marketing. So right now, I'm very, very happy that this particular center gave me a chance, that one of them came over and shared about his road to success. This was the current imperial master, that he used to be a bank manager, but now, even though as a bank manager, his income was not good enough, and his income in the bank is not enough to help him to support his parents. And I felt that what he said resonated with me. I felt I was in the same position as him. I really wanted to help my mom, but I don't have the ability to just easily do anything she wants me, I want to do for her. I could not do that easily because I don't have time, I don't have money, enough money. And when I listened to this, I started to nod my head and say, this is my situation too. However, he said that through Atomy, and I worked for 5 to 7 years, I am able to make more than 3 million renminbi. And I can be able to reach the point where I could have
在世的时候，我们的孩子
and time freedom. And also, my children and my children's children could achieve this same income. And I started to think, this network marketing must be really worthwhile doing. How do I really do it? How can I get this kind of income? What makes this possible? Then I thought, and I realized that this product, when I first saw, I didn't know whether the product was good or not, but I looked at the price and felt that it wasn't good. However, when I started to use the product, my skin got better. So therefore, I begin to try and understand, why is it that Atomy products could be so inexpensive and yet so good? And through using these products, I found that it was good. Even then,
我的生活
this, I realized that earning money is not, when I use very good products, my life become a little bit more peaceful, and therefore I do not have to worry. And because I was able to buy good quality products at low price, I actually saved money. And therefore I realized that people around me could also use these products and save money. And if these people could do that, I could help them in this way. And so through that, when I first go and share with people, the speaker also added that Atomy is going to China, going to Taiwan, going to overseas. And therefore, when we go there, we can own a global business. So China is a country population of 1.3 million, 1.3 billion. And if I could tap a small portion of the China market, would I not be able to succeed? And then, so I begin to see, how can I do? What do I need to do? And I realized that I wanted to do. The first thing is you need to develop a mindset that you really want to do this business. And so my sister, my friend, my sponsor told me, say, you need to attend Success Academy to understand how. And so when I attended Success Academy, I realized this business will allow me through the system to make money. And when I make the money, I could even share it with the 2 generations after me. And so with this income, if I can make this income for 100 years or more, I say, this business is too good to be true. I need to investigate. So in the year 2015, I made the decision to really do Atomy. So I started in May. And when I started to do, I went to find an office. So I with renting an office space and create an office space, and found a place that is where transportation is convenient for people in Japan. When I found this space to use, I told myself I needed to succeed quickly. So I need the people in my circle to really be able to come together to come to my office and see what kind of products they are and how good the products, so that they can actually test and try the products. And if they want to buy products, I want to be able to give them the products immediately, not just so that means that if I could provide products immediately and they could purchase immediately, then it will be faster. They could receive the products, and when they have it, share it with others around once they know what's going on. So I got all my friends to invite all my friends to come into my office to see. And when my friends wanted to do this business, they found that we have a good environment to do this business. So therefore, I quickly opened an office at a location that is very convenient for people. And from there, I created when you go to Success Academy, there is the Balanced Life Talk when someone wants to share. So I quickly asked my sister, what's that? What is Balanced Life? She said, how do they get promoted? How do I get promoted? Because that's the most important part. And she says, if you're left and right in half a month, you could get 2.5 million points, 2.5 million points. But the products I need, I already have an office. So then I need to have product. So I told her, say, I want to get to this level. And then when I before I opened the office, I already take out money to invest completely in and became a sales master immediately. So people came to my office, they all came in to the office, looked at it, tried the products, bought the products, and it was good. And so she told these people who came to try the products and bought the products, to tell them, can you introduce this and share this with your friends so that they can also come and experience this product? So it was through this office that my business starts to grow quickly. And so I joined in May. By September, I decided to join and become Diamond Master. But on my left and right, I don't have anyone in my team that told me that they were ready. No one felt that they were ready. So every time when we want to do something, we need to graduate from work. So we need to specify a time. So the faster I choose my goal to go, the people around me, what would they think? Won't they think that I am doing this business really well? So I need the people around me that I can do this. But at that time, that was my thinking. And I felt that I really need to get promoted fast and move on fast. At that time, I used to do delivery. So whenever someone introduced me to a new person, I was willing to go anywhere to talk to the referrals I have from my friends. And even if it means traveling by train or plane, I would have gone to visit. So I realized that every time as I continued to speak to people and bring people in, my income started to grow. And I realized my income can come. So I told myself, I cannot stop. I need to put effort and time into this. And I told my husband, if next time you don't want to work, you don't have to work. But right now, I don't have time to prepare your lunch and dinner and breakfast. You need to give me time. When I get up to, and I told my grandma that during all this time, I will not be able to really see you for now. I am going to do this because I don't want to give myself rest. I want to put in 100%, 110% of my effort into Atomy. And when I am successful in Atomy and making 300,000 every month, I would then be able to spend time back with you. And this is how I said to my grandma. And when I started from then until now, I have now settled in Japan. Most of my members are in Japan. So whenever there is the festival in Japan, the New Year in Japan is a very big season there. So then during this time, I went over to do China, my business in China. And after that, when I finished that, then I come back to Japan. And my whole attitude was one that I need to do this as quickly as possible so that I can settle. So in 2015, November 11th, I came in, Mr. Hyang came to me and said, your center doesn't meet requirements. So she says, why don't you come back and follow with Jisang's master to understand about the system and build the system. At that time, I begin to realize that there is actually a success system that we can also teach from the center. So from this new partner sponsor helped me to understand more about how to build this business. And so my sponsor, Zhang Lao Shi, asked me, do you want to move towards Sharon Rose Master? Can I really do it as a Sharon Master? I don't know. At that time, my volume in PV on left and right was 1.5 million, and so on average. And so with the support of this sponsor, and I start to challenge the Sharon Rose Master. So after a period of time, he came back to me and asked me, can you become an auto diamond master? And you can really do it. But because my sponsor says I can, I believe I can. And so I said, yeah, let's do it. So on my left and right, I started to find someone who could become an auto sales master, to find that person. When I have selected someone who was able to to find an auto sales master, and then I continue to challenge for the next mastership. In the past, when I ask people to challenge for Diamond Master, I always share with them these words. Because when I first started to challenge Diamond Master, I need to have lots of products to be able to do my business. So I told my business, let's be ready to get all the products and be ready to add. When we have lots of products, we'll be able to really move this business, and it's faster too. And I also told my team members that if after 1 year and the products are still with you and you don't want to do this business, whatever is left over, I will buy back from you, because I understand that people see the income opportunity of Atomy, they will not give up. And if the person really did it for 1 year and did not see any income, they did not really build their business, then all the products that they have, I will just buy everything off them so that they don't have to feel that they lost their money. After 6 years, I have only rebought purchases from those who asked me to buy back. There were only 2 people out of 6 years. So because my aim in my life is to get people to become auto sales master. When they are, so many people started to be willing to invest money to have the products and then start doing it. So because when they have the products, they are easier to be able to share with people and confidently recommend products to people. So when I first started, when I have been able to, so after 2 years, I gave up the other businesses I have and did 100% Atomy because I feel that I really need to graduate from Atomy and graduate early as soon as possible. Because if I didn't do it this way, I will not be able to move fast. And if I don't do this, who else in my team could make money? And so for me, is therefore, I really need to do fast and build fast. And because of this, doing together with my team to go fast, we were able to move faster and quicker. So when my sponsor shared with so when shared with people, the most people who have succeeded was those who are making 3 million renminbi. So how much is 1 year? So is that 3.6 million renminbi? I mean 36 million renminbi. So if that's the case, that is, can we really reach this level? But he says you can, if you keep going this and you keep striving for it, you would be able to do it. So when I started to share it with my team members about how this can be done, they all saw that there was possibility. And so they came back and decided that we can do it. So therefore, when I started, I have never shared with my team members how this can work in terms of their own life, how the income could come into their lives. And so the earlier we succeed, the fastest we can reach 3.6 million renminbi. So if you can count that, if you can see that, then want to do or not is, whether someone wants to do it or not is their own choice, and it is not really us forcing. Now it's no longer, so now it's no longer just 3.6 million, but 10 million renminbi. And now it's no longer that. So those who started to do, when I shared with them, I use this way of showing them the income, the big income possibility. So if every month I can earn $50,000 per month, would that not be really good for our lives? So in 2016, spring, in autumn, I really put in more effort to start doing my business. But I decided at that time that I should start to work on my China market, because I realized that sooner or later China will be open. Don't know when China is opening. Now your income is not enough. It's too small, not enough for you even to fly to China to build a business. But I thought, if next time I want to make 3 million renminbi, I need to really do that. So when that money comes, it will come really quick. So then I cannot, to me, it wasn't a lot, and therefore I could actually can go and do it. So everyone who does business realize that if you want a big business, you need to put the money in and challenge yourself to invest into your own business. So to me, is when I look at this, if I may not be making a lot of money, but the most important is, what is my goal? And my goal is to get to 3 million renminbi. And therefore, to me, is that I needed to go out, took a ticket, bought a ticket, and found 2 people, each one carrying 23 kg of products, and went into China. And this is how I kept bringing products into Korea and through Korea into China. And I started to build China's market, my China market. Whenever I go into a city in China, I work with my partners and say, from what time to what time I will be at such and such a place. I gave them all the dates. Many people initially didn't want to come and register, but say I don't know when we are going. It's too early for me to join because China is not open and we don't know when it is, and there's no need for me to do this. But she felt that there was a need for this, and even though many others say don't do it, I decided this is what I need. So when I got to there towards the end of 2016, I started to challenge for actually Sharon Rose Master. So I challenged this, and when I got to Sharon Rose Master, I found that my team members look at me and say, my sponsor is succeeding, and therefore I can really do it. And if she can do it, I believe we can do it. And because when they are able to see this happening so I tried it. Sharon Rose Master 3 times in May, June, and July, and I got my 3 Sharon Rose. And at the end of the year, I challenged for Star Master. So my aim was that in May, September, and December I will reach. But in May, July, September is when I want to do. I continue to be able to challenge for Star Master, but because I have the point, I kept doing it. So on May, then July, and then September, I made my 3 times Sharon Rose and had the opportunity to move to Star Master. Please note that my goal to get to Star is also my sponsor's goal. And my heart was that I didn't want my sponsor goal to fail because of me. And because of this pressure, I actually put in more effort and put in more time to get up there, to be together with my sponsor. So at that time, when I went to China market, I kept going to China regularly. So when I started to share with people that China is going to open, but the date is not set yet, but it will open for sure. So them say, join and use Atomy products. So I started to think about where I can start a office in China. Because when there is an office, it's very fast for people to be able to expand their business. So when I have this center or this office and products available, people could come in and get the products. So in China, let me share with you Atomy's shared with people in China how to build the business. So I told them in China to ask them to please try their best for those who want to do this business to go over to Korea to take part in the Success Academy. So in 2017, only 3 of us attended. At that time, I told my sponsor, within 1 year, I want partners to fill up 2 buses in Korea. So in 2018, in February, my team actually filled up 2.5 buses for the tour in Korea and went to Success Academy. So in 2018, I am in May challenged for Star Master, and then 2 other times in February, in March, and so on. And then I challenged it until July, and then I reached Royal Master. How could I really get to Royal? Because at that time, Success Academy, I keep asking my members to bring people in, and when they came in to visit Korea's Success Academy, they all have this belief and this passion that and the philosophy, and help each of them to be able to achieve their own dreams, and sit down, work with them on their life scenario, so that they can see how Atomy could help them to achieve a good life. And so regularly I would invite my members to take part with life scenario, and it is through this life scenario that they were able to see where they want to go, and also was able to understand the philosophy of Atomy, and were able to stand on their own. So my aim for all my members is to let them stand on their own, to be independent, and so allow them to build their business slowly. And it is through this support and this understanding of Atomy system and plans, I was able to help them to achieve their goals. And when this all became the team's goal and everyone's goal, then achieving it become easier. In 2019, November, I reached Leaders Club. And 2020 October, I reached the goal of Royal Leaders Club. And actually, when I first got to Shenrose Master, I have a story. I have a member who told me a story. So sponsor, can you help me to go and see a friend of mine? So when I went out to go with this person to meet the friend, I aimed to be able to share with them what I wanted to share. But when I got there, I sat down and just listened. And this person that I went to speak to was actually a guy. And this person instead turned around and told me, say, in my network marketing, I can make 60,000 each month immediately. And so I asked him, why is it that you haven't done this, reached that? You have already done this for 1 year and you haven't achieved it. Because she says that she by himself cannot do it, because he needs to spend money, and therefore he cannot spend time on this business. Now, if you sit down and if every year you could make 60,000 every month, would you not give up your regular job, put aside, and just put everything in so that I can achieve this income? Doesn't it make sense? If in 1 year, if you use all your effort and you're able to make 60,000 a month, why don't you come and see me? Why don't you do that? And because he never had any heart to do this business, even though he told me he could do that, I realized that that's what I did, and therefore I was able to reach the goal that I wanted to make. I've already done Atomy for 6 years. In 6 years, when I look back at it, why is it that in the 6 years I was never shaken from doing Atomy? I never was doubted Atomy. Because why did I do that? Because when I first started Atomy, I have already investigated Atomy system, company, and leaders, and felt that these people are very good. So during my 6 years of Atomy, I never had a single time where I felt I need to quit, because I was really, really sure that Atomy is a great company and has set up everything. And because years of getting to listen and hear about what Mr. Park went through, he has never, once he made his heart, that he never gave up. He just kept going and kept building and kept working, and he kept going forward, because in the future you are going to do this, because he kept giving us encouragement and kept giving everyone positivity, a positive attitude to achieve. And this is what gave me comfort, gave me a sense of security that this company could really. And this is what I did. I just follow his system, because whatever is the current success of chairman is what my future success will be too. So this cannot compare to just wealth and money. It was the solid thing that I have in terms of belief and trust in the company, because I have a sponsor who also does not give up, who feels that this is definitely possible. And because my sponsor kept giving me direction and tell me that I can reach this position, and because he guided me and led me through step by step, I felt that I was able to do. If the sponsor says that I can, then I believe that my sponsor tells me is true, because my sponsor has the experience. And when he told me what to do, whenever my sponsor asked me to do something, I will go through and keep doing it, because my sponsor has more experience and he knows more, because he has already gone through what is in my head about fear, but he has gone through, and therefore I should just do what my sponsor does, and therefore I never stop. So I'm very, very thankful to my sponsors for continuously showing me the example and then guiding me through to that. So, and this is what I aim to do, to duplicate him and also be the same kind of person. And I also want to thank the person who first introduced me to Atomy. Because if 6 years ago, this sister did not introduce me to Atomy, and I did not choose Atomy, I would have been difficult. Because, for example, last year's pandemic, 8 massage therapies and 2 tuition centers all closed down. What am I going to survive on? What am I going to live on? Because at that time, my first sponsor who introduced me to Atomy really used their heart to invite me to attend the meeting. And I really, really am thankful. And I also want to be thankful to myself to have chosen Atomy, because I could have given it up. But I'm thankful to myself for actually willing to choose Atomy and put in my passion and my heart to do this. And I have helped also many of my team members and my partners to achieve this together, to put their heart in it. When you start to do this, to put your decision to it, you need to decide that's the hardest part. But once you have selected and chosen it, once you have chosen it, you will have to go forward with it. You will personally go forward. So that's why I let go of the rest of my things and this. So that is what I mean when I said I need to give thanks to myself as well for making that decision. So in this business, do you still have any trouble now? Do you still have? What's the biggest trouble that you have with Atomy? And I thought about it. Atomy's business is not that easy to do. But against this not easy to do business, our goal to make $1 million, 1.2 million income every year, is that something that you want to go for? Will the problem not be there? Can these problems be overlooked because of the goal that you can get to? So in this meeting, there are many people. There are some very young people, there are very older people, but I ask all of you to really do as quickly as you can to succeed. For those who is because of work don't have time to look after their children, but no time to give children what they want, is that something that you want? Some of them, some of you here are facing that. So, but when you are able to choose Atomy and succeed in Atomy, you can then spend time with your children, you can spend time with people around you and your parents too. Do you know what the most your parents need as you get is to be able to honor your parents. And to honor your parents, what does that mean? You want to spend time with them, but we don't have the ability to do that, because if we have to go to work and spend time with them, we really cannot take time. But when you are able to succeed in Atomy and become successful, you can truly spend time with people, with Atomy people, and so on. So with 50,000 a month income, would you be able to take care of your children, take care of your parents, and so on? Whatever you can meet in terms of trouble now, what is this compared to being able to make $50,000 a month? So if you can do, and if you can go through the trouble and the difficulty of this time, and just go through the pain and of this business, you would be able to achieve. So I am glad that I have time to take this time to feel the taken. I hope this will help you. I really am proud of Atomy as a company, and I'm also very proud that right now Atomy has given us this ability to really succeed. Do you want to succeed for your family, for your children, for your parents, for people around you? If that's what it is, and if you can settle that into your heart that that's what you want, then any other problems you may find in this business, you will be able to overcome it. So all you have to do is be very clear in your head, what is it that you have? Because when you have a complete and firm goal, any trouble that comes, any difficulty that arises will become very small, become insignificant, because the bigger goal is bigger than everything else. Because our family and our future awaits for us. For those who have just started Atomy and felt very tired and felt that it is, or cannot think through about certain things in Atomy, I ask all of you, partners and members, to connect with your sponsors. Our biggest issue, the troubles that we go through, the problems that we face, our sponsors have gone through. Ask them for guidance, ask them for help. Because each of us, when I started, I also felt that this direction that I take is correct. So therefore I should do a plan. So I have felt that my plan is better than what my sponsor said. But when my sponsor told me that that is not correct to do, you should take the other direction, I have learned that it's better to follow the sponsor's way, because the sponsor has a so it is my advice to all of you that you should listen to your sponsor, connect with them, and listen to them where they want you to go, because they have gone through the path and they are there to guide you. So don't give up. So today's my experience. I hope that sharing with you my experience, it will help you with your business. Because here we do Atomy by our choice, and all to all of you who are out there, we will all meet you at the top. Thank you everyone for the time.
Wow. 感动了，太感动了啊！卢老师还没有听够卢老师的分享，太短暂了。这样，你像卢老师就是我们说感动于产品。
Master Wu, we're glad we have heard so much. There's so much that you shared with us that I really am excited and felt so much that we need to learn more. Atomy truly is a business that we can go to be able to achieve the top in Atomy. That the most important thing she says, as you said, is that we need to move as fast as we can. Don't slow down. And the most important is to understand system. And I have other notes that say that when we want to move forward, we need to put in our passion when we want to share Atomy. So we really thank you for that. Really thank you so much for what you have shared with us. For those who haven't thought clearly about Atomy and say that, why do I want to over a country that's not open? Just wasting my time. I'm going to do this and nothing is going to happen. But the way Crown Master has done it is that she went forward and took a step into it even before open. And I believe that everyone can see that this is possible. And I'm very sure she'll be able to reach the top of Imperial Master very quickly, very soon. So 10 million renminbi a year, is that possible? That's my goal. So when you talk about it, I've realized that my Royal Master Genie has told me to do the same thing. And therefore, I'm listening to her and going step by step and following her. And the most important is to see the vision and just move forward. Strengthen your vision, strengthen your goal as to what you want. And then you would be able to then move forward in faith and will be able to succeed. So the first goal that we want is, we are thinking too small. We need to think big about this. So we want everyone to really thank Royal Master Wu for all her sharing, and just thank you that she has shared this with us. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ginny, do you want to add anything?
I think we are fine, but I think we should hear from little shortly from the number one, right? Number one year, right? Mr. Yang, right? So 대표님 잠시 한마디 부탁드립니다.
Can I translate to Chinese?
예. 반갑습니다. 우리 잘 들었습니다.
세상 사람들이
저는 지금 이제 본사 조회하고 같이 진행을 하고 있는데요. 지금 회장님은 3억 불 우리 수출 축하 잔치가 본사에서 열리고 있고, 회장님은 메타버스에 대한 다음 차세대를 지금 얘기를 하고 있습니다. 이제 드디어 중국을 기점으로 해서 전 세계 모든 사람들이 애터미를 통해서 행복해지기를 바라고, 우리가 모두 다 자기가 꿈꿨던 드림을 실천할 수 있는 기회가 되기를 바랍니다. 오늘 잘 들었습니다. 수고했습니다. 역시 애터미 화장품이 대단합니다. 예.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sonia. We can wrap it up from now on. Yes.
Okay. So 大家好，大家刚才
Thank you, everyone. Stevie said that he can't translate Korean to English, so neither can I translate.
跟我们大家人一下打了招呼，我激动，像卢老师一样，我一看着，哇，我好激动啊！
So when I first heard about this, I really enjoyed this. So this is you have now become my number one was my idol with Atomy. I really emulated him, and now I found another one in you, Crown Master Wu, for everything that you have shared today. So I would like everybody here to work together and strive to really build your passion and idea about Atomy and know what you want from Atomy, and then go for it. Because it is true, this is what Atomy's business is all about. That we can succeed together, not as one, not just by ourselves, but it's working together. I believe everyone can see this from the sharing of Royal Master, Crown Master Wu, and to achieve the top. So from here, all of us, I want to now achieve and aim for $50,000 a month. So that's it for today, and we have reached today. So we thank you everyone who is here in Atomy. So the most important is you need to, as I remember, I saw this in my notes, that you need to graduate as soon as possible. And you can choose your graduate state by choosing how you want to move forward. So you need to get to graduation as quickly as you can. When you get to first Sales Master graduation, then Diamond Master, achieve it as quickly as you can. There are only 7 exams to take, 7 things to go through, 7 levels to go through. So graduate as quickly as you can from one to the other. So we want to thank everyone for this. So everyone, thank you so much. Let us all move forward and go forward and acha, acha, acha. So thank you everyone. Thank you.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.